Hello, welcome to Boardgames with Niramas. I'm Joseph and I'm here today with Racco. It's time to continue Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon, the solo playthrough that I'm doing. And this is the third episode, and we are in the second chapter of possibly 15, I guess. We'll see how long we can survive. It could be a really long series, this, or it could, end shorter. I don't know. We'll see as we go. I hope everything is okay with you watching. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well here with Draco. Now, if there's any issues with the stream, with the sound, or with the video quality or anything like that, let me know in the live chat and so on. If you're watching this afterwards, then tell me in the comment section down here if you have any questions or concerns and so on about the game or about the channel and all that. But I think we're ready to just keep playing. Everything is set up here. I did pack the game away. It was a little while since we played, so I hope everything is in the right place here. I think it is. We have our men here out here. It has 2 more days to go. We're up at Mirror Lake, and I think we wanted to do some more things there. We wanted to explore a little bit more. We have that whole creature in the lake that we wanted to check out more. It's a new day. We have full health, full energy, and no terror, so that's looking good. And we're ready to get going. I have spent, I should mention by the way, that I have spent like a few days now. I played a lot of Tainted Grail on Steam because I get access to the beta version there, and that's been really fun. It's coming next week, the 18th. It's coming from as early access, and then we're gonna get the story mode as well, which will be really cool. It's not the same story as in the board game. That's gonna be really nice. And the thing I've been playing now is called like a conquest mode. So it's like you have 1 life and go out and you just try to beat a bunch of bad guys. It's been really fun, and I actually managed to beat the game today, which I was happy for. It's really hard. But anyway, I am going this weekend on Friday. Tomorrow there will be a update to the beta version. So on Saturday I am planning for a live stream of that as well, so you can check out the digital version before it comes out next week on Steam. But okay. New day, let's go through it. We're going to start by reducing the timer on the men here. So we are down to one day left, but then we have like 1 day when the dial is removed as well. So the plan is to move back here and relight this before we continue the journey, because yeah, it's going to be nasty otherwise if we end up out here in the weirdness. We don't want to do that. Then we are going to look at an event card. So we have, it's good weather. That's nice. Means our first travel today will be free, or cost 1 less, but that's the same as being free in this case, since we don't have any extra cost for moving. But before we move, I do want to check out Mirror Lake a little bit more. Now there's also this awesome action at Mirror Lake where we can get an energy, a health, and lose a terror. So I'm thinking that if we explore first, and something happens and we have to lose some health or whatever, then we can always do that rest at the lake action after that. So I think we should start by exploring. So let's spend 1 energy here, and I'm going to pull up the app as usual, and it's going to be, and I skipped the camera on the side by the way because I had so much problems with it, but I'm just gonna hold up stuff for you instead so you can see. Okay, so 113. And it's Mirror Lake, and I think I already read this. So basically we have some options here. We can summon the lady, but why would she listen to you? We can swim to the island on the lake, or we can hunt. Now we have hunted and we got some food, but it angered. We had to put a time token on the card, and it sort of said that it angered the creature in the lake. And then we tried to summon the lady, but it didn't work. So now let's try to summon the lady without having a time token over there. So, you stand a while in front of the reflective surface, attempting various courteous pleas, but the wind carries each away without a response. After a while, you can't help but feel silly. Why did you even come here, a dirty lowborn trying to speak to a legend that may not even exist? But now there's no time token here, so we go for this option. If we have the hunted secret card, we do not. If we have the Tarnished Talisman and the Shining Talisman, oh, we have the Shining Talisman, but this says if you have the Tarnished Talisman and the Shining, okay, so we have to do no here, reject. If we have the Tainted Grail and don't have the ladies, no, we don't have that either. Oh, okay, nothing happened. All right. So should we try the last option? I think we should. I mean, while we're here. So let's spend another energy and explore again. Now we're going to try to swim to the island on the lake. We haven't tried that. The swim is much longer than you expected. To make matters worse, something from below brushes against your legs as you make your way toward the island. Your heart races. You go as fast as you can, your lungs almost bursting. Finally, you climb onto the shore exhausted. This is no ordinary island. It seems to be made of the same bone-like material from which the Fort dwellers constructed their wall. While you rest, preparing to depart, you find an old sealed scroll tube in the crevice of the rock. Okay, so each party member loses an energy and gains a terror. And then we gain the Shadow-Soaked Scroll item. Or gain 1 magic if it's unavailable, but we don't have that. So Shadow-Soaked Scroll item. I think we just have to go through this and find it then. And I suppose we shuffle after that. So I have these in different stacks, but it should be in here somewhere. And I'm trying not to look too much at the cards because I haven't seen like half of the cards even. There it is. Okay, so let's shuffle this up so we don't know what's coming, or I didn't really look that hard, but anyway. So shuffle that up, and now I like these. I'm going to show you. I like these card holders here, but it's hard when they're really snug when you have the sleeves. They work, but okay, there we go. And this is like the second part, so this is the bottom of the deck basically as I'm playing it. So this is the Shadow-Soaked Scroll down here. And this gives us a new action. So for 1 energy, we can move our character to any other revealed location. We gain 2 terror and discard this item. So that's pretty cool. It's like a teleport, really. So 1 time, we can spend an energy, just move wherever we want, which is really nice. I mean, well, it has to be revealed, obviously, but still. So, hey, Doc Hogan. Yeah, welcome back, you two. So, let's see here. I think we've done everything we want to do up there. We did lose some energy. Now let's do the action on the actual card, which gives us, it's a free action. We'll mark it because it's like once per day. Now we're going to move away anyway, but so we gain an energy and we don't need any health, but we lower our terror. We actually lower terror by 2 because we have that talisman, but we don't need that. Now let's move out of here, and we have a free movement from the good weather. So we only have 1 way to go. We can't go west, so we're down in the Hunter's Grove again. Now we could be hunting. I mean, we have 10 food. On the other hand, it's never a bad idea to hunt, right? Now we can hunt up here as well, though. In a way, maybe we don't need to. But that would be 2 energy. We would then be down to 3. And then we could, let's see, is there a dream here? I think we had that dream. I'm thinking we should end our turn over there. Yeah, we could move there. Because I'm thinking that this is going to go away on the next day, and then we need to relight that one. And I am going to check, like, we could take notes to remember what everything, like the cost of the men here. You are allowed to take notes, but I didn't do that now that I'm playing on stream. So instead, I'm just checking here. Because we've been there, we have seen it, so we should have this knowledge. So it's 1 energy, 1 health, 2 wealth, and 1 food. Okay, so yeah, we need that 2 wealth. That's the thing. So let's see, how would we go and get that? Well, probably, I mean, we can do this action twice to get the wealth. it's going to give us some terror. And there is a risk of fighting a purple encounter. But I think we're okay. But that would be 2, 4, 5. Yeah, so we are okay. We can relight it on the next day. So I think we are going to hunt. Let's do that then. So we'll spend 2 and we'll get 2 food. Now I have to take another of these purple ones because I don't have a room here really. Could stack them on top of each other, but it's better to do this. We're up to 12 food, and now let's draw a green encounter from the top of the deck. And it's a pack of strays. They only strength 5, so that's not too bad. When a faraway village dies out, pack of stray dogs often become the last reminder of its existence. So they have the horde keyword, which means that during their attack, we discard 2 combat cards from the top of our combat deck. So basically, like we're going to have to discard cards, which means we might, run out faster. If we run out, then we have to escape. The opportunity is just a terror, so we could run away. It's not that bad. On the other hand, if we kill them, we do get a food. So that's... yeah, I think we'll try to beat them. It's only a 5. And remember, because our battle horn here, we're going to start with 1 red cube. So, I mean, we're pretty set here to have a good chance of doing this. So let's try it out. We start off with 1 hit in place already. Oh, hey, Jose Manuel. Yeah, well, I basically gathered a lot of food here so far. We've been going back and forth to gathering food for a few times. And then I also killed, I think I killed like 2 green enemies that also gave like 2 food each. Something like that. You can go back and check the other playthrough videos, obviously, but yeah, something like that. I agree. When I played this earlier, I played through with 2 characters earlier. I had a lot of food issues at many times during the game, and that's why I'm really stocking up on food now, because I don't want to be in that situation again. So now we'll draw our cards. We got the Outsmart. Oh, it's the one that gives us oh, we are fighting a green encounter. So we're going to get 1 red cube for each point of our practicality when we play this. This is going to be awesome, because we have 2 practicality. We leveled that up last stream. Then we have the Entangling Trap. Instead of the enemy attack, lose a red cube and get rid of the card. And we have the repositions. We could be escaping if we wanted to without taking that. But I do want to kill it if we can. So like right now it's doing 1 damage. 2, it's doing 2 and lose a red. We want to get it to, it's going to run away at 4. So we want to get it to exactly 3, I think. So how would we do that? And also we have the shield, so if our sequence ends with connected practicality, we're going to block a damage, so that would be nice as well. We only take 1 damage there. So can we figure that out? Can we do that in some good way? I mean, this would give us 2 in itself. So could we do something? Because we don't want to get to 4, but if we get to 5, then, that's not bad either. Then we just win straight out. You know what? Let's start with the Entangling Trap here, because that will get us to draw 1 card. So we'll see what we can get there. And we got the Careful Attack. Oh, I think we can beat it. Let's see. If we do this, it connects on the practicality, and the aggression gives 1. And the, let's see, before I put it down, can I really, yeah, I can do that. Okay, and the, down here we don't get anything though, but that gives us 1. So we're up to 2. And then we play this, and it connects on the Courage. Let's just draw a card. So we got the Onslaught. And yeah, we can't really use that right now, but then it connects there, so that's why we could place it. And now we gain, no, wait, that's going to bring it up to 4, because it's going to be one red cube for each point of our practicality. And now I already drew the card, so I don't want it to be cheating and go back. Wow, that didn't work out as I planned. You know what, if I'd done it the other way, if I played this first, because I could do that, that would have let us draw a card, just like we did, and that connected, and we would have gotten, it would have been like this, and we would have gotten 2 cubes, like that, and then we play this. Then we play this, and that connects on the practicality, and it's going to give 2 times, so we're going to get up to 5. Yeah, I'm cheating a little bit, but I think that's what I was seeing at first, and then I just did it in the wrong order. Because this is correct, and that gives us up to 5, so we kill it. Okay, so we get 1 food, and then we're going to shuffle this back in. And this will go to the bottom of the green encounter deck. And that was nice that we actually have one of our cards, you know, it benefited us to get that practicality, the second one that we got last stream. And now we got 2 hits because of that, because we faced a green encounter. So we're actually, better at hunting, basically, than. But it makes sense, practicality, then you're better at hunting. Okay, so that was it. We got a bunch of food. So now I don't think we need to worry about food for a while, but we are going to move once more and move in here. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that we already had this dream. It wasn't anything bad. So I think we're good there. So let's, end the day. We're going to eat one of those foods, and that's going to bring up, everything is up already, but it's going to bring up our energy to 7. I really like this green board. Having 7 energy is really cool. And then we are at the end of the day. We don't have any experience or anything like that, so I don't think anything is going to happen here really. We're going to go to the next day, and in this day, well, two interesting things are going to happen. First of all, this will be removed, so now we only have this day, and then we're in total darkness, which would be terrible. And the interesting thing is we're also going to draw an event card, and the event card is the Chapter 2 Part 3, so we're going to get to see this one, because our quest was part 1, right? And we're trying to do one of these things. I think we're trying to investigate the fate of the first expedition. And then we had, what was that? It was this one, the refugees that we had, part 2. So now we're going to look at the part 3 here. And basically, there could be something bad here because we're being slow. Like we didn't manage to finish the chapter before now. So let's see what it is. This says, the search continues. You press on with your search, but something feels off. You keep looking over your shoulder, unable to shake the feeling that you attracted the attention of something sinister. Gain a part of the something is watching status. Okay, so we're going to have our status sheet over here. Let's find a pen. And it is something is watching, which we don't have anything right now, so we're just going to fill in one of those. And they don't have number, they don't just have 4 squares there. So that's done, and then it says, your quest has started to attract attention. Various actions may add further marks to this status. If at any point you have all 4 marks, find and resolve special event C immediately. Okay. Put this card back on top of the event deck. Then play 7 -1 per player random events. So we're going to play 6 random events. Oh, okay, so this is going to happen again if we take too long. Okay. So we need to have some kind of speed here. Let's just shuffle these up a little bit. And 6 of these. We have 6 days basically before we keep adding those marks, which is, probably not a good idea to do. So then, that was the day. Nothing really here no effects really on the day. So what are we doing? I mean, we start off by gathering wealth, right? We spend 2 energy. That's going to get us 1 wealth, and it's going to get us 1 terror, and we have to roll a die. And if it's a 6, we already know what happens. Then we're gonna get a purple encounter. Let's try to avoid that, and that was a 2. Okay, so we're fine. So we're doing that again. 2 energy, and we're getting a wealth and a terror. I'm not worried about the terror because we have the talisman's wealth. We're gonna lose 2 terror when we eat and rest and so on. So let's not roll a 6. Well, I guess so. Well, it was a 6. Okay. So then we are going to read verse 4. But I'm pretty sure it was just, a purple encounter. I'm going to double check to be sure, but I I did forget the dream, by the way. I forgot the dream. Yeah, there was no dream in this place, yeah. Okay, so let's see, verse 4. And yeah, it was just a purple encounter and exploration ends. So we're going to do a purple encounter. This could be nasty, of course. On the other hand, we could get some nice rewards or loot from killing something. So let's see what it is. Oh, this looks nasty. A Whispering Wisp. 6 power. They say that if you listen close enough, you will hear the time and place of your death. If you reach maximum terror, escape from combat. Oh, this guy, or whatever it is only giving us terror. It doesn't hurt us. And opportunities to lose. So we could just run away from this right away if we wanted to, because we just lose 2 red cubes, right? If we beat it, we get 1 magic. It's only a 6. But it could. I was just saying that I'm not worried about the terror, but if we go up to insane, that's not good. So we could ignore it. We have 5 magic. I mean, getting magic is not that easy here in the beginning. So we'll try to find it. But we have to, no matter what, we have to still, you know, you always draw your cards and all, and then you decide what to do. So, oh, we got this one, which is so strong, our super card. But this has, let's see if I'm going to pan down here. This has a X here though, so, but otherwise we could have just done 3 straight away. So I'm thinking that I should start with 1 hit, by the way, because we do have that. What's it called? The Battle Horn. We only need to do 5. And if we load up so that we have an 2x and then we have this in hand, then we know that on our next turn we just put it down and we win. We do get 1 terror from this as well though, but still. So we could do, the first one could be any of these 2 because they both have the 2x there. So I guess, and this could give us a card draw, but we would have to spend a magic, and we're doing this whole thing just to get the magic, so I don't want to do that. And this is going to add 2 charges, but we don't care about that. So that's the thing. Now it's going to do its thing. So it's going to do its attack. It's 0 to 2. So we're going to get 1 terror. And we draw a card. We discard down to 3. We draw a new card. It's Careful Attack, which would actually work pretty good as well. But we don't need to. We can just place our... Oh, wait, because that gives us a terror. Could this work instead then? This would give us 1, 2, 3. So that's not good enough. It's going to give us 3 terror there. So that's not an option. We have to do this one. So that's going to be 2 times 3 or 6. So this is up to 7. It's dead. And we get 1 magic. But remember, since we played the card, we also have to do a whole card. So it also says each party member gets 1 terror. So we do get 1 more terror there. So yeah, that was it. I think it was where we got like 2 terror, I think, for 1 magic. I think that's a good trade. I mean, we can get rid of that terror by just resting, so finding magic is not that easy. So yeah, and now we're ready to relight the men here. It's basically like just lighting it from the first time. It's not like you get a discount when you relight it, which I think you should, you know, some. But anyway, we're going to do a free action, and I am going to check again just to make sure so that I don't mess it up. So we're going to spend 1 energy, we're going to lose a health and pay 2 wealth and 1 food, and that gets us up to, let's see, it's 9 minus 1, so it's up to 8 again, which is awesome. We have a lot of time now, so it's up to 8. And we have time to keep exploring. And we are going to head over in this direction because up there at the underwall, there is a Menhir symbol. So there is a way we can do that. There is one down in Stampede, but we couldn't do that because it required something else, some other secret card that we don't have. I have no idea what that is either. So that is done. And I think we'll end the day, right? So we'll eat a food. And that's gonna get us a health. It's gonna lose us 2 terror because of our talisman. And we're gonna go up to 7 energy. So we're doing good over there, and nothing else happens at the end of the day. At the start of the day, the new day, we are going to get this one down to 7. And we're going to look at an event card. So we have dense mists. Each exploration in locations without a settlement costs an additional energy. So thick you can barely see the tip of your nose. That's not that great. But it's locations without a settlement. I'm planning to go to check out Farshire, right? But we already been to Farshire. This is not good. There's not much we can do about it. We do have the Adventurer's Kit, so if we get heavy rainfall or a natural chill, then we don't care about it. But we do care about dense mists. So what to do? Well, I mean, we should still head over here, right? I can't remember. It's been a few days since we played. So Farshire, did we do everything we wanted to do there? I think so. It was this tower and all that, and some market and some lady we met at the market. Something like that happened. I don't think we're doing anything else there right now. I also want to check this place out a bit, the Bloodied Glen up there. There we can rob the dead. We get terror or pay a rep, but we don't have any rep. I don't think we'll ever have any rep with this character. But yeah, so if we go there, we could pay terror to gain wealth. But exploring it would cost 2 energy, because we have that dense mist. So it's either that, or just head over to Underwall, check out that. I mean, we can always hunt over here. Not that we need food, but... You know what, let's start by moving. And if we move this way, we have to draw a blue encounter. I don't really like that, so let's move up here. And the question is, should we do an explore in the Bloody Glen? And we have to pay 2 energy, but we do have a bunch of energy, so... it just feels so bad. It feels like it's not effective to do that stuff when that one is out. So no, let's... What are we going to do with all the energy? Well, we have to check out the men here. Let's move and check out the men here so we know what we're looking for here. Let's move over here. And now we're going to do the free action of, basically just looking at the men here cost. So that is 111. And we're not going to read the text. We're just going to look at the men here. So okay, so 2 energy, 1 food, and 1 magic. Ooh, we have that. We can just light it right away. I think we should. I don't see any reason why not. Because if we do, then we get to see... Well, nothing here, but we get to see 1 more card up there. So that can help us out in planning what to do. So let's do the action. Let's pay 2 energy. 1 food. And 2 magic. Get some change there. So 2 magic. I knew it was good to have magic around. And that mana is going to be 7 minus 1 per player. So it's going to be 6. Let's get this one and get a 6. And then we have to start shuffling things around. This is going to happen a few times during the game. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the diplomacy deck over here. It doesn't really matter. And let's see if I can move stuff like this. I could have planned for this because I kind of knew this was going to happen during this stream. Yeah. So we're going to move everything down here. And I think it's smarter when you play solo. I think it's smarter to have your character on the side of the map, not under it. Because the map is generally, longer on that direction. This should be gone, by the way. Forgot about that. And now we are going to get to see 131. And we also put this one in here. So 131. And it is, I mean, the first time I saw this game in some playthrough video, I thought that these looked like, wow, they're really in the way, which they are kind of, but you know, I still like them. They're really cool. But sometimes it's hard to see things. So this is Timberwall. It's a hostile encampment, and we're gonna have to draw a blue encounter when we enter the location. Besieged from all sides by the curtains of weird stone and the encampments of a hostile army. Okay, so it's going up there. I'm just gonna remove this a little bit so you can see the wall. The artwork is really nice how that wall is going up there. So yeah, we could go there now. We will face a blue encounter though. But we would get to see, this is like, you know, we don't see this, but we would get to see 132, which is over there. So that would be kind of cool. At the same time, I kind of want to explore this place, the underworld. And I want to explore the Bloody Glen. So I don't feel that good about just moving out of here. Because next day we won't have this mist. So we will be able to explore much easier. But in that case, we have we still have one energy left, basically, that we could do something with. And you know what? Let's do this. Let's spend that energy to move back to the Bloody Glen, because then we get to see 132. That could be fun. Again, it's always good to have all the information we can, because then we can plan. So this is a cool place, the Serene Visage. And this has a menhir here as well. And this huge three-eyed thingy on the ground. Here we can climb the monument, which would lose some terror and gain us some magic. Its water-filled eyes keep staring at the sky, just as they did when humans first arrived on Avalon. Yeah, so it's water in the... Okay. And let's see, this would lead to 2 more cards, but we can't see them right now, of course. So, so that's up there. So this man here really just like, we already seen everything we can from this, because there's nothing here. No, it's 1 card here actually. So if we went to Farshire now, we would see 139. Now we'll see how that goes. But right now, I'm thinking that we end the day. So let's eat a food, and we lower terror by 2, and we get the energy. And still no XP or anything like that. So now we are going to a new day, where we're gonna move both of these down. So this goes to 6. That goes to 5. Then we get an event card. And it is, oh, it's heavy rainfall. So each travel costs an additional energy. But we have the adventurers kit, so you know, our hoodie, so we don't care about that. That's nice. Okay, so now we can explore like normal. So yeah, I think we'll just explore the Bloody Glen where we are. So hard for the camera to pick this up, but we are over there. So we're going to pay an energy, and that's 112. So let's go look at that in the app. And let's see what this is all about. We don't have that thingy. Okay, so you can smell the battlefield long before you're able to see it. 3 great armies clashed here, but you can't tell when or why, or even who won. Maybe the druids wandering about the battlefield can shed more light. While simple warriors are left for the crows, someone is getting preferential treatment. You see a large funeral procession in the distance gathered by a lone pyre. So we can question the survivors, we can talk to the druids, or we can visit the funeral. Let's visit the funeral, because we are looking for the information about the expedition. It could be one of them that they're bearing, I don't know. Only if you don't have the cold pyre status. I don't think we do. I'm gonna check just to make sure, because I don't remember stuff. No, we don't. You're probably gonna get it now then. So as you approach the pyre, you hear from other mourners in its It is Bors himself who's on top of it, a real knight of the Round Table. He fought for Timberwall in this battle, falling slain by Mordred, who led Kraus Nest's forces. Soon you find yourself among nobles and wealthy landowners gathered next to the pyre. As custom dictates, everyone should give the departed something of value. So we can make an offering, or we can refuse to make an offering, or we can slide back unnoticed. I think we should make an offering. Set aside any amount of wealth and items. We don't have any wealth. Do we want to give up any items? Not really. We have our adventures kit, really like that one. The battle horn, we never get rid of that. That's awesome. The shield is good as well. Maybe the soaked scroll though. This lets us teleport. So I mean, set aside. Okay, so we have to decide now. I wish we had some wealth. So yeah, I'm not gonna set anything aside. I don't want to lose anything right now. So we just accept, I guess. Add +1 for each point of wealth you have offered, +1 for each craftable item, and +2 for any other item. And our result was 0. Oh, our result was 0 to 1. One of the guests is enraged. We pissed them off and challenge you to a duel. Draw or solve the Knight Errant Grey encounter, difficulty 3. Wow. Okay. So we don't have that in our decks. And then exploration ends. So we're gonna have to find it here. So level 3. Yeah, this was a bad idea to get involved in this. And Knight Errant, this is actually one of the Guardians, so this is a mini, but I haven't painted him yet. The Headless Rider, which is really cool. So I look forward to paint him, but I think he's going to be a bit tricky. There's a lot of details on that horse and so on. But okay, anyway, we have to fight him. Driven insane by his quest, pray he doesn't see you as yet another obstacle. The thing is, he is a Guardian. Oh wait, does that mean... Does that mean he's gonna, if we escape, he's gonna still be on the map? I guess so, because wow, that's terrible. He's a 12 in strength, which, you know, and he's an opportunist, which means we have to play 2 cards to not trigger the opportunity, and he has a rush, which means we receive 2 damage at the start of the fight. And well, yeah, he's really nasty. We do get 3 wealth if we beat him though, and an item. But I don't know if we can beat a 12 this early. I don't know if that's possible. We do have our super card, right? You know, we're gonna try. It would be really cool if we beat him. We would get an XP, 3 wealth, and an item. That would be awesome. And if we beat him, I'm going to be really impressed with myself, because, you know, this guy he's level 3. He's not even supposed to be out here yet. And it was stupid to go to that funeral and then not give... But if we have... Yeah, then we didn't give up anything. We insulted them. Okay, so let's draw our 3 cards. I mean, we could just escape. And it wouldn't do anything. But the thing is, he's a Guardian, so he will still be out here. Now, there's always a chance if you have a Guardian out that you roll the X and he goes away, or he could just start traveling south or whatever. So we might not have to... Oh, Doc Hogan is saying in the chat that he's just an encounter, so he doesn't count as a Guardian? Because we triggered him off an exploration, maybe. I mean, if we draw him randomly, if like draw a random grey encounter, then he would stick around because he's a Guardian. Right? Let's look at our cards. I mean, with this we could escape. We have this one again that gives us 2 hits because we have 2 practicality. And distraction. Yeah, I'm a bit confused over that. I mean, I thought like if it's a Guardian, it should be staying out here. I mean, we could set something up here. And regardless, it wouldn't be a bad idea to try to beat him, because all that loot is really nice. Could do something like, I don't know. He's doing a lot of damage, that's the thing. Like 3 to all the way between 3 and 9, he's going to do 3 damage. So that could go quick. So yeah, I'm getting confused here, but I mean, I think it says like, I'm going to double check here. Oops, for Guardian. I think it just says that Guardians stay out on the. These dangerous animals will keep roaming the area even after you escape. Yeah. So, well, yeah, so yeah, okay, that's true. The exploration said draw and resolve. I'm not really sure what you're saying here, Doc Hogan. Are you saying that it's gonna go away if we just escape, or are you saying that because he's a guardian, he's gonna stay out here? Because that's kind of important to our decision, I think. Because if he just goes away, we could just escape and be done with it. At the same time, I think that's kind of that's kind of weird thematically, because we didn't offer anything to the funeral, we should get punished. That's why he comes out. But if his opportunity is just to lose cubes, then we can always just escape him, which costs 1 energy. So it's like we didn't really get a punishment for that. I'm gonna wait a little bit to see what the chat is saying here. But there's a delay, so I drink some water meanwhile. It's really hot in Sweden today. It's crazy hot. So yeah, I basically couldn't do everything I wanted today because it's so hot that I can't really do my gardening. Okay, so Doc Hogan is saying it's just a 1-shot. I'm gonna go with you with your judgment here. I trust you. So anyway, yeah, we could escape without. It doesn't matter because it's lose. So we're just gonna escape. Not gonna risk it. I mean, if we get hit like 3 times, we might be in real danger. So let's put him back on the gray. He's gonna come out later on when we go into that level 3, which I'm sure we're gonna do at some point, if we can live that long. So yeah, now the question is, what do we do? I think we wanna. There was a lot of options there that we could have explored at the Bloodshed Glen. So I think we want to go back and explore again, because I do like to. As I said earlier, I'm like a completionist. I really don't like to leave places before I checked everything out. And I know this kind of game. Oh, no problem. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's like this kind of game is not meant. It's not meant that you're supposed to be able to check everything out. But I still want to. I still try to do that as much as I can because it's in my I always want to see everything. I'm so curious. Okay, so we'll pay an energy. We'll pay an energy to escape first of all, and now we'll pay another one to explore again. I almost forgot about that. We have to pay one when we escape. But anyway, I think instead of doing that whole funeral thing, let's question the survivors. Ever since Menhir started to dim and the weirdness once again encroached upon the land of men, 3 of the largest human settlements were at one another's throats. Okay, so they were fighting. Safe land is increasingly precious, and there's not enough food to feed all the refugees coming from the farmholds claimed by the weirdness. In times like these, war follows quickly. This conflict will not make the weirdness recede, nor will it restore the Menhirs. It needs to stop. Talking to some of the survivors, you discover the champions of Kunach took part in the fighting. This is good because we're looking for information about them. They were seen as a part of a mercenary force that headed to Timberwall. Timberwall is up there. We probably need to go there for more clues, but let's continue. If we're playing chapter 2 or 3, we are playing 2. Gain part 1 of the War of Avalon status. And let's see. So, part 1 of War of Avalon. We got some information about the war that's going on here. And exploration ends, but it also says here, new task. Maybe you should abandon your search for the expedition and focus on bringing peace to the island instead. Visit one of the warring factions in Farshire, Timberwall, or Crow's Nest to pursue this goal. You know what I think this is? I think this is our quest card says we can investigate the fate of the expedition, we can reach Camelot, or we can explore the island and find a different way to progress in the story. So this might be the different way that the task is saying here. That's kind of cool. I like the idea of that. Trying to bring peace to the island. At the same time, I want to find out what happened to our expedition, right? So we could visit one of them. We could go to Farshire, or we could go to Timberwall, or Crow's Nest. We haven't been there. But yeah, I think we want to head to Timberwall anyways. I think we'll head to Timberwall and start exploring that place. And see what we make out of that. So are we? I think we're done with the Bloody Glen for now then. So let's see. Can we move? We can move north from there. So we could go. There's no dreams in any of these places. Sometimes you want to dream. Sometimes you don't want to dream. So we don't need to gather more food. But I am curious to check out Underwall. And then we could head up to Timberwall, I guess. So let's spend 1 energy and move over to Underwall. And then let's spend an energy to take a look at it. It's 111. So the wall looms over this sparse forest like a thundercloud. Wherever you go, its disturbing surface keeps drawing your eyes with its texture of twisted bone. There are many openings in it. Could some lead all the way to the other side and the fabled riches of Tuathain? Fortunately, wild creatures don't seem to mind this imposing presence. Glades and groves are full of prey. Far in the distance you can also see a group of travelers struggling to drag their bulky cart through the wilderness. We can explore the crevices of the wall. We can approach the travelers. We can sit down and admire the wall. I don't want to do that. Let's talk to these travelers. You approach the group, a hardy bunch of mercenaries. One wagon, loaded heavily with wooden parts of something resembling a giant trebuchet, has broken an axle. Seeing your approach, they politely ask you to help fix it. We can help them, or we can trade with them. We don't have any wealth, so I don't want to trade. I think let's help them. It requires more practicality. We do have that, but we have to pay 3 energy. And when it says pay, it's basically like, if it says lose, then if we don't have it, we don't have to spend it. But in this case, it says pay in order to move on here, and we only have 2. We can't do this, but I want to find out what this is, because this could be really good. Paying 3 energy, I guess the reward should be really good, right? So, okay, since we said no, we can just go, okay, well then we can't do that. So let's try to trade with them. The long campaign dwindled their supplies, but they are laden with spoils of wars. The group is happy to trade some of their loot in exchange for food. Oh, they want food, okay. They show you their wares, golden teeth, some still bearing specks of dried blood, women's braids still adorned with precious stones, children's toys, and various sacred objects. The previous owners certainly didn't give these willingly. Okay. You may trade a food for a wealth any number of times. If we have more than 1 empathy, we only have 1, or 1 spirituality. So yeah, then we will get 1 terror per trade, because we understand where this item comes from, right? But we only have 1. If you have more than 1 or more than 1, yeah, okay, so we're okay. So this is a good place to use up some of the food, right? And we can gather more food here. So I think this is a good way to get some wealth, because I don't like going around and not having any wealth. We're probably going to need it sooner or later, right? So we have 8 food. Let's spend... We can do this as many times as we want. So I think we should do... let's see. I think we should do it like 3 times. Then we have 5 food and 3 wealth. And we can get more food. So, yeah, let's do that. We did it 3 times, and that's it. But now I want to help them with that cart, so I think we're going to do that on the next day. It's going to cost 3 energy, but I'm really curious to see what it would give. That would be really cool. Okay, so anyway, let's end the day. So we'll eat one of our food, and we get all the energy. And we're not going to do anything else here. We're going to get a new day here. We're going to move these down. This goes to 5. And this goes to 4. So we have a lot of time, basically. Let's draw an event card, and it is good weather again. Nice. We have a bunch of those. Nice. Okay, so... now that we have energy at the start of the day here, I'm thinking that we should, before we move to Timberwall, because I do want to do that, but let's start with helping these guys out. So we'll spend 1 to go back to the exploration again, to 111. And then we are going to approach the travelers. We're going to help the mercenaries. I don't want to help these guys because they're really nasty. But anyway, we do have a practicality. So let's pay 3 energy. And let's see what happens. A lot of text. The mercenaries are grateful for your help and invite you to share a modest meal. Sitting around the fire, they tell you the full story of Timberwall's siege. It all started when Lady Kincaid, the widow queen of Farshire, which is down here, reached out to Ultan, the richest and most influential of Timberwall's merchants, with an offer of marriage. Ultan didn't need to think long. Farshire had fallen from its former glory, and Lady Kincaid's coffers were full of air and cobwebs. But with her as a wife, he would unite the 2 largest cities of the island under one rule. Their wedding happened soon after in Farshire. Not as familiar with the old customs as people of the south, poor fool Ultan didn't know the rite performed was a handfasting of 1-year marriage, not enacted in centuries. Over the next 12 months, Lady Kincaid built up Farshire's army and fortifications using the wealth of her husband. After a year passed, she banished him. Soon after, Farshire's army laid siege to Timberwall. Okay, so it's Farshire that is besieging Timberwall up there. As the story continues, you discover this band of mercenaries had met the champions of your village. Okay. Lord Yvain and his entourage took part in the siege under Kincaid's banner, until one night they suddenly switched sides and crossed the lines to Timberwall. You're shocked, just like everyone in Connacht. You know Yvain would never betray his word. There must have been a good reason. So that's like hinting that Farshire might not be that good. Okay, so we can part ways or trade. Let's part ways. We gain 1 food per party member. Okay, so we got the food back. And we get part 4 of the fate of the expedition. Oh, that's cool. And now we have... no, we already had part 4. Oh, it's because we already found Lord Yvain dead down here. Okay, so we still only have 3 parts of this. We have to get 8 parts in order to read the next step there. Okay. So that was a lot of... that was 4 energy spent for nothing, basically. But, there's no way to know that. There's no way to know that. Okay, so let's move up to Timberwall. Let's talk to them up there. Because that's... well, it's sort of hinted to us that Farshire, our heroes from Connacht, down here, they helped Farshire first, but then for some reason they switched over to Timberwall, and there must be a good reason for that, for them breaking their word, right? So It sounds like we should be talking to Timberwall more than to Farshire, maybe. So let's spend an energy. No, we have good weather. Let's move for free up here. And again, it's hard to see, but I'm going to move it like that so you can see that we're up there. And now as we enter that, we have to draw a blue encounter because it's a hostile encampment. So we got the curfew. Due to some terrible crime, the local guards enforced a strict curfew. It makes sense if they're on the siege, right? We can try to trick the guards. And we are going to, the symbol here is going to move up if we connect with caution and empathy. And when we get the response, it's going to move down twice. The reward is an energy failure. We lose 2 energy and resolve the Clansman Grey encounter. We can avoid it by spending 2 energy, but let's try to beat it, and we will get an energy. That would be nice because then we can just explore up here as well. So we're going to put out a little marker. We only need 3 steps, so that's pretty good. Let's draw diplomacy cards. Now I have them next to each other here, the decks, so I don't want to draw the wrong one, so I have to make sure. Okay, we got one of our cards. And this is gain a charge for each point of your empathy, which we do have 1. And then we can pay a charge when we play a card and treat all affinity symbols as an arrow up. So that is really strong. But how would we... And then we have desperate measures. If affinity is not green, we move it up twice. Which is actually not that bad because it's not green right now, it's gray. If we play this, we can spend a magic to draw a card, but I don't want to do that. But this is, if affinity is not green, it moves up twice, so it's going to move up twice. And then we cannot connect anything else right now. But this would give, if we start with this next time, it would give 2 steps up. I will see. We're going to end it there. And... oh, well, that's kind of bad. If we end it here, because then this card is to the rightmost, it's gonna move down once, and we're gonna lose a rep. We don't have any rep anyway. I could connect this, but then if this is to the right, it's gonna move down 3 times. I don't know. We're just gonna stop there, or maybe we... You know what? Let's spend a magic. Let's see, because it's only 1 more step to go, and we can beat it. Let's spend a magic, and I put it there to mark that we used it. And that lets us draw a card. So if this card could work out... no, it can't. But it's still better to have this played. Because this says... well, actually, this could get us another card. We connect down there, so that's how we can continue. If we spend another magic, we get to draw another card, but I don't want to gamble that. We only have 3 magic. The thing is, this says, this one, if we leave this one here, it's going to remove this card, move down once, and we lose 1 rep. But if we leave this here, then it's going to move down, we're going to remove this card, but then we get to draw a card. So it's still better. So we're going to stop right there. The response is going to be, moves down twice. Then because of this, it's going to move down 1 more, so we're down to the red, which is not that great. This is gone, but we get to draw a card at least. So we got the empathize. Okay, and then we're going to discard down to 3. We're going to draw a card. And stall for time. And this ignores the opponent's response. So that could be really good since we're going to lose. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So it's our turn again. Now, this one is nice. This would get us, let's see, I'm just trying it out here. This would get us 2. And then we could treat all affinities as an arrow up if we pay a charge when playing a card. But the thing is, how could we continue this? This would move it up twice, so we would be on green. So much magic spent if we're gonna... I don't like the idea of that, so let's not do this. I think we're just going to play this one here and let it be there, because this says ignore the opponent's response and then remove this card. But it lets us draw another card, right? So let's do that. And now we're going to ignore the opponent's response, so it's not going to go down. And then this will be gone, and we discard down to 3. We get to draw another card. So we basically just restart everything. And this is the Captivating Song. Well, this is kind of cool. If Affinity is not green, lose a rep, but you know, we don't have any rep anyway. But this would be nice if we could combo. We can't do this combo, otherwise it would have been nice, but so this would move it up once. Let's see here. If we do this first, if we play this first, this will move it up twice. So once there, once there. So we do that, and we put a time marker to draw a card, but we don't need to do that because we're not going to leave it there. We are going to play this one on top of it because we can connect there with the spirituality. But first of all, well, this is not going to connect because we don't have double empathy, but we still do it. Then if Affinity is not green, it is green. And then if it's the rightmost card, we lose a rep, but we don't have any rep anyway. So now the response is going to be twice down again. This is harder than I thought it would be. And then because this is to the... oh no, if it's destroyed, we lose a rep. It's not going to be destroyed right now. Okay, then we discard down to 3. We draw another card. So Sweet Lies. Gain 2 charges. Pay a charge to remove a time token from a chosen card. That's not really going to help us right now. But let's see. This would get us. We play it. This would get us 3. 1, 2, 3. And could we? No, we can't connect that one then. We can win this if we spend a magic. I think we're gonna do that. So we play this one first. So this is connecting on 1. That doesn't count though, because that's spirituality. That's not in there. But that's gonna give 2 times up. So we have 1 from the empathy, and then 2, 3. So it's 1, 2, 3. We almost made it. Then we gain a charge for each point of empathy, which is 1. Then we can spend that charge when playing a card to treat all affinity symbols as arrows up. And then we're going to play this one. And then we have to spend a magic. I don't see any way around this. I just want to get through this. And then this will connect and that will connect. That's 2 more, so we've made it. And it cost us 2 magic, which was kind of costly, but anyway. So the reward is we gain a energy. I don't know, I mean, spending... We could have spent 2 energy to just avoid this, but... Yeah, wow. It can be tough with these blue encounters. So... That was just for moving in there. For moving into the Timberwall encampment. Or city. So, now we have 4 energy, so we can spend 2, so we can do some exploration here. Because I think, both because I think we can find out stuff about the expedition here, but also we could find another way to progress the story in this place. Because we can learn more about the war, right? So this is 131. So Timberwall, we're gonna have to spend 1 energy to do this as well. With its back resting against the safety of an impassable 4-dweller's fortification, Timberwall climbs so high it's visible from miles away. The people of this city resemble their home, opportunistic, proud, and clinging to any advantage they can wrestle in this brutal world. If you have part 2 of the Lost and Fallen status, we do not... No, I took... Okay, I'm gonna go back. Pressed the wrong thing. Come on. Okay, so go back here. 131. So we do not reject. If you have part 3 or 4 of the Lost and Fallen status, we do not reject. Right now, Timberwall citizens seems to be out of luck. As you approach, you notice the drawbridge is closed. The tents of an enemy army surround the wall. Getting into the city won't be easy. As you ponder, a group of vicious-looking mercenaries comes out to meet you. We can run away or we can face them. Let's face them. A group of warriors led by a long-bearded mercenary captain stands in your way. That's far enough. I'd stop if I were you, unless you fancy being skewered by a spear. Who are you and what are you looking for? You can ask them to let you into the city, ask them to take you to the leader, or ask them to explain what's going on. I want to get into the city. And why the heavens should we let you in? Oh wow, we have a lot of responses here. So we can say, because you'll make it worth their while. Because you speak with them frankly like one military veteran to another. Because you're a known hero who wants to settle this conflict. Because you're on a mission from Lord Mordred. We're not. Because you're carrying a holy relic. We're not. I don't think so. We have the talisman, but... Oh... If we're gonna make it worth their while, we probably have to give up our wealth. But we do have some wealth now, so let's try that. 5 wealth! Okay, we can't do that. Can we speak to them with frankly like one military veteran to another? Let's try that. Oh, that requires Arab. We're not playing that character. Okay, because you're a known hero. Requires 6 reputation. We're never gonna get that. Because you're carrying a holy relic? No, it requires secret card 8 or 7. So how are we going to get in here? Can we lie and say that we're on a mission? No, it requires part 3 of the War of Avalon. We don't have that. Oh, so we cannot do this. I mean, we could get 2 more wealth, I guess, and come back here. But 5 wealth, that is really expensive. We're just going to leave. Oh, move your character to the lowest number reveal location connected to Timberwall. Oh, so we have to move away from this place. And we have to move to Underwall again. Wow, that was not a good outcome at all. Oh, is that once per day the blue encounter? No, it's not. So if we go there again, we have to draw another blue encounter. Wow. That is annoying. That is really annoying. So what do we do then? Do we get more wealth? Just pay them? I think we do, because I want to get in there. I do want to get in there, so... Yeah. Okay, so we'll do this. We're going to spend 1 energy to explore where we are. And I don't need to look it up in the app and all that, because that will lead us to trading with the merchant, with the travelers, and then we could trade food for wealth. So we're just going to move 2 food. We're just going to speed this up. We're just going to move 2 food over to wealth. So now we have 5 wealth. Then we're going to end the day. So we're going to eat a food, and that's going to get our energy up. We're not going to do anything else at the end of the day. New day. We're going to move these down. And that's gonna be at 3. We have a new event, and it is Howling Gale. When resting, we gain no health and we lose no terror. The hellish wailing and moaning won't let anyone rest this night. Okay, I have to remember that we cannot heal in the next rest. But now I wanna get more food, because now we're low on food. So let's spend 2 energy. We get 2 food, and we draw a green encounter. So we got ourselves a weird bear. Oh, it's this, it's this guy. And he's a guardian, right? So if we don't beat him now, he's gonna be out here. And he can do a bunch of damage. Wow. But he gets us 2 food, which is nice. And the opportunity is 1 unavoidable damage. So we're gonna have to try to beat him. We start off with 1 cube. I think we have a good shot of doing this. We need 7 more. I mean, we do have some. If we can just draw the right cards, because we don't have that many damage cards, but so he starts off here with 1 cube. He's going to do 3 damage. We could play this, and we choose the enemy attack. That's an option. And this is gain 2 charges. Pay a charge to remove a time token from any card in the sequence. This is instead of the enemy attack, we lose a cube and remove the card. So that's pretty good as well. This will let us draw cards. So let's start with this one and see what we get. So this will let us draw a card. Here's a attack card, the Careful Attack. This can connect here, but it's an X down there. I don't like that. This prevents damage though, so that's pretty good. The only thing we could connect here... No, we can't connect. We can only connect that one, and this is just going to give us 1 hit. It would be at 2, which means we would lose 2 cubes. But we would lose 1 less from... Yeah, that's pretty good actually. So let's do that. This will give us 1 cube. And then we stop there, and he's gonna do his 2 thing, which is lose 2 cubes, but this says lose 1 cube less, so we're only losing 1. We discard down to 3 cards, we draw a new card. And just as I was hoping for, we got something with damage on it here, because we have a 2x down there, so that's pretty good. The only problem is... Oh, we can't connect that. But yeah, this is a good one, because this connects on the hex here, connects on that. Practicalities, we get to draw a card. We got the reposition, this is just if we want to run away. But we also get 2 down there, so he's up to 3. So at 3 to 5, he does 2 damage, and we lose 1 cube. But we did connect on practicality, so we will have 1 prevent the damage from the battered shield. But can we continue somehow? This will also get us 1 red cube, by the way, for each magic connection when fighting a purple encounter, which is not a thing right now. We don't even have any magic connectors. We could continue with that, but that's just making things worse, I think. I'd rather keep the 2x there. So let's stop there. And his response will be 2 damage, but we block 1 because we connected practicalities. So we take 1 damage, and then we're going to lose 1 cube. So he's down to 2 again. We discard down to 3. We draw a card. Wow, this could be a bad. Oh, here he goes. The one I was looking for. I was just gonna say this could be nasty, but it's not, because now we win because we play that one. We have 2 times 3, which is 6. So he's up to 8, and we just win. But we also get 1 terror. But I love that card. That's so good, the Unending Swarm. It's the best card we have in our deck, right? So strong. Okay, so now we get 2 food as loot. And we can beat the Weird Bear. I like that. I like that. But it's mostly because of that 1 card that is so strong. So we get 4 food in total here. And we, just took 1 terror and 1 damage. Which we normally would heal in the night, but we're not because of that Howling Gale, but still, it was a good trade, I think. So now that we have that food and we have the wealth, I think we're just going to move up there and get into Timberwall, because I'm curious about that. It's expensive, but at the same time, it's basically we just paid food to do this. So let's spend 1 energy, move up there to Timberwall, and we have to face a blue encounter, the first thing we do, which is annoying. But we don't. It's the calm before the storm. Nothing happens. Oh, nice. That's perfect. Well, I don't like these blue encounters. I mean, I think they can be fun, especially if we have a better diplomacy deck. I think we only upgraded like 1 card in that one, so I don't really feel confident about doing the blue encounters right now. And they often have like really nasty, if you fail, really nasty effects. But okay, so now we're up there again. Now let's explore for 1. And this time we are going to pay off those mercenaries so we can get into the city. It's my plan here. I hope it's worth it. 5 wealth is a lot, but we don't have any of those statuses, so we're gonna face these mercenaries. We're gonna ask them to let us into the city, and we're gonna make it worth their while, and we're gonna pay 5 wealth, which is insane, but I hope it's worth it. You submerge into the unnerving quietness of a besieged city. So we can visit a trade district. We can ask about the first expedition. We can visit Ultan, the leader. We can try to enter the king's hall, or we can deliver a diplomatic message. There's basically 2 things I want to do. I want to talk about the first expedition, but I also want to visit the leader. Let's ask about the first expedition. If our empathy is 1 or higher, it is. You finally meet a talkative fishmonger blessed with an incredible memory and currently out of work. He clearly remembers that 4 outsiders, Niante, Erfyr, Yvain, and Fail, came with an invading army from the north. From the north? I thought they came from Farshire. I don't know. One night they scaled the walls of the city and vowed to serve Ultan. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's when they switched sides. They helped fight back one of the assaults, but not long after broke into the king's hall and disappeared forever. Ultan was furious. Okay. You're trying to thank the fishmonger for his help, but he keeps on rambling, getting into more and more details about the 4 travelers from Connacht. It takes considerable effort to get rid of him. Each party member loses a energy. We gain part 1 and part 4 of the Fate of the Expedition stages. I think we have both of those. We already have both of those, so we're basically just walking in circles here. That's annoying. And this is something really weird here. So basically, exploration ended. So if we explore again, then we would meet these guys again. And then we would have to pay them again? That does not make thematic sense at all. I mean, why would we walk in there and talk to someone, the fishmonger, and then we will walk out again, and then we will try to walk in again and have to pay the mercenaries? I think this is a bit of... Some things like this happens during the campaign. I noticed that when I played earlier as well, when I played through the whole game with 2 characters. And it doesn't make thematic sense. And in those cases, I do make small house rules. Because it's like, it doesn't make any sense that we would pay so much wealth to get in, than just talk to one guy and then go out again. So what I'm going to do is, you might not agree with me, tell me in the comment section if you think I'm cheating. But for me, it just makes total sense that we are still in the city. We spend another energy, because we are spending energy, we have to move around there, right? But we don't go out and then go in again, so we have to pay them again. So instead, we're going to talk to Ultan, the leader of Timberwall. Requires no part 2 of the Enemies of Avalon status. We don't have Enemies of Avalon, and requires chapter 2 to 3, which we are in 2. So if you have part 4 of the War of Avalon, we do not. No, we only have 1. Okay. You thought a man such as Ultan would be reluctant to see you, yet as soon as you knock on his door in the upper ring of Timberwall, his servants rush you straight to his study. Ultan, a bear of a man, nervously paces about, gritting his teeth. A broken cup lies on the ground. You now understand the eagerness of his servants. There are precious few distractions in the besieged city, and they hoped you would be one. If you have secret card 12, we do not. Ultan tells you of his plight. Over a year ago, he was tricked by the widow queen of Farshire into a diplomatic marriage intended to gather the control of Avalon's interior in the hands of one family. Ultan was betrayed, cheated out of his marriage by an old forgotten custom. He lost Farshire while his former wife kept much of his wealth. Since Camelot wouldn't intervene, Ultan requested the help of Crow's Nest promising spoils from Farshire that failed to materialize after a bloody, inconclusive battle in a nearby glen. Yeah, that's the bloody glen over there. Now trapped with the remains of his army by his former allies, he's looking for someone to help him out of this sticky situation. Lady Kincaid thinks she's the smartest woman on the whole damn island. Yet there's something this hag doesn't know. Her precious cub is still alive. He didn't die with his father during the revolt in Camelot's Burrow. Captured by revolutionaries, he is now imprisoned in one of the brocks north of the city. If you could retrieve him, that would make my negotiations with Farshire much easier. Expect to be rewarded accordingly. We can agree or refuse, but I want to do this thing because I felt like we walked into a dead end sort of on the expedition thing. So I think instead we want to do this because I think this might be the different way to progress in the story, and I haven't done this at all before either. So let's agree on this. Requires the consent of all players. Well, that's just me. And this concludes your current chapter. Okay. So Ulstans hands you a pouch of gems. That should be enough to secure the boy's freedom. Gain secret card 40. Oh, that's cool. I'm really in and as I said at the beginning of this playthrough, I will do some choices based on things that I didn't do in my first playthrough. So I don't want to do the same thing all over, and I never done this before, so this is exciting. So this is a pouch of diamonds. For one action or one energy, we can do an action to sell it only in settlements, gain 10 wealth and discard this card. So we could sell this and just get 10 wealth. But I assume we want to keep it because we're gonna pay for that boy that we're going to go and help, or get free in order to make peace, I guess, with Farshire. Congratulations, you've chosen your ally in the war for Avalon and completed your current chapter. Yeah, so now we're allied with Timberwall. This is going to be interesting to keep going with. And we gained part 4 of the War of Avalon status and got the secret card. And this means we can go into the city as we want from now on, because that was one of we can say that we are on a mission from Ultan, right? So we don't need to. I think it was like that. We have a new task. Bring the heir of Farshire to Ultan to advance the conflict or try to find another diplomatic solution. So we could probably go visit Farshire and discuss things with the lady there and find another solution to this diplomatic situation. And hint, if you decide to embezzle Ultan's treasure, we sell this, will be unable to ally with him in the future. Well, that makes sense because we could get 10 wealth. I love that we can do that if we want to. We can just go sell the stuff. If we are not playing Chapter 3B, we are not. Discard all event cards, including active quests. Then either save your game or draw the Chapter 3B setup card and follow its instructions to begin the next chapter. And this is really cool. I can, tell you that when I played through the first time without spoiling anything, I never played Chapter 3B. I played Chapter 3A. There's different chapter versions. So that's going to be really cool to take a look at 3B and start that and do this quest to save the boy, make peace and all that. It's going to be awesome. But I am going to continue this whole thing in the next live stream. It's going to be within a week or so. And I'll be posting on YouTube beforehand so you can know when it's coming. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this playthrough. And so far, and if you're watching this afterwards, you can tell me in the comment section what you think of the playthrough, and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for watching. It's really fun. I look forward to continue this later on, and have a great evening or morning, whenever you watch.